What is up, everyone? And thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Misinformation Show. Okay, now this episode is kind of cool because today it's actually my birthday. Yay! Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Amber. Happy birthday to me. Okay. Yeah, this is my birthday episode. I came in and recorded an episode for my birthday because why not? It's my birthday vibes. Why not come in and record another episode? I promise you guys, like, my goal for the new year is to try, well, not to try, to be more consistent with this. Because I feel like every time I post an episode of my show, it does very well. It does very well. And I feel like if I be more consistent with this, I can go much further than where I already am. So that's my goal for the new year. That's my New Year's resolution, okay? Do you guys have any New Year's resolution? Let me know in the comments, okay? Because mine is to be more consistent with my podcast. So with that being said, we have a lot to catch up on this episode. We had the election coming in. We had Daniel Penny, Jordan Neely happening. Then we have, what else talking about? The Cooking with Kaya debacle that's going on, that saying black women are jealous. Okay. And then we also have a lot of other stuff, okay, that we're going to talk about, okay? So let's start with the things I've been hearing people say since the election, okay? So since the election, I guess a lot of brain dead libtards had an epiphany. Okay, they had their wake-up call. They realized that this POC, black and brown agenda that they've been like telling us since forever, it's not real. It's not real. And you know why it's not real? It's because people are not a monolith. Just because we have the same skin color or just because we are all minorities, that does not mean we're going to agree on everything. Okay, so since the election, the libtards found out that the Latinos, they are not... Everybody's, just because they're Latino, they're not going to vote Democrat, okay? They had their wake-up call, and I'm glad. Okay, so let's start. Let's get into it. So, since the election, a lot of libtards have been saying, POC, like, we can't use this POC term anymore because the Latinos are voting for Trump, which the Latinos are basically split in half when it comes to politics. About, not these aren't the exact numbers, but I would say... they're almost, if they aren't already, about 50-50 split when it comes to politics. I would say 50% of Latinos are voting Democrat and 50% of Latinos are voting Republican. And this did not sit well with the black folks, okay? The black folks are upset because you know why? A lot of black folks are still, forgive me, I don't care, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but a lot of black folks are still, y'all are like getting left behind. Y'all are out of touch. Okay, everything's not white supremacy. Everything's not black and brown. Okay, we identity politics is dead. Okay, I will repeat, identity politics is dead. It's on life support. Okay, so they finally had their wake up call to the same thing black people like me have been saying for the past few years. There's this POC thing is a bunch of bullshit. Everybody's not going to have the same feelings and the same opinion just because we share skin color. Are we all minorities? That's not true. But congratulations, guys. Congratulations to waking up to what the fuck we've been saying for the past few years. Okay, we've been trying to tell you guys that this POC thing is a bunch of bullshit. Actually, on one of my first episodes, I went through all of the caucuses in the government, and I showed you guys that every single caucus they have, the Hispanic one, the Asian Pacific Islander one, whatever you want to call it, the Asian one, every single caucus, their mission is to only do things that supports their specific ethnic group. That's true, except for when you get to the Congressional Black Caucus, okay? When you get to the Congressional Black Caucus, they include everybody in their mission statements, okay? They're slipping these words like marginalized groups, black and brown, other people, all this bullshit, but everybody else only cares for their specific ethnic group, okay? So we've been trying to tell y'all this, but congratulations for finally waking up. Maybe maybe within the next 4 years, when Trump finally gets inaugurated in office, y'all will wake up completely, okay? But you're halfway there. You're halfway there, okay? So congratulations for waking up on that part. Congratulations for waking up to what the fuck we've been trying to tell you for the past few years, okay? There's no such thing as a black and brown coalition. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's a bunch of bullshit Democrats told y'all and brainwashed you guys with to tell you to basically wipe you out. Y'all with this black and brown coalition, so now y'all voting for illegal immigration. Illegal immigration don't help black people. In fact, illegal immigration is a way to wipe the black ethnic group out. At this point, where I'm recording this video, black people are so-called African Americans in this country. We're the number 2 highly populated group in this country. Now, we already moved down to number 3, thanks to legal immigration, thanks to y'all voting Democrat for a black and brown coalition. And you know, once we get from number 2 to number 3, our opinions aren't going to matter anymore when it comes to politics. Democrats aren't going to give a fuck what black people think about. The black vote is going to be dead. It's already on the way to being dead, thanks to y'all thinking we have a black and brown coalition. Anyways, let's look at this clip of Joy Reid. Joy Reid was really upset that white women and Latinos didn't follow the groupthink narrative. So let's check this clip out and see.
Is a huge element, to be honest, of anti-blackness in a lot of this. Anti-black Americanness specifically. And Paola and I have talked about this, that there is a part of that anti-blackness is a piece of it. Even though Enrique Tarrio, who's the head of the Proud Boys, is a black Latino, but he's down with white supremacists. Down with them. And there's this idea that I'm black, but I'm not black. I may look black to you. I may be black if I'm walking through Bloomingdale's and get followed around. But in my mind, I'm identifying with whiteness because whiteness means privilege and it means not being a black American. This has to be unpacked because this shift among Latino men is significant. And it says something about where we're going in this country, about whether we can.
Okay. Anti-blackness, white supremacy. What are you talking about? Have these libtards ever thought that maybe I am out of touch with most of the people in this country? No, everybody's got to be white supremacists. Make it make sense. Y'all talk about white supremacy as if Democrats are actually helping black people. What the fuck have Democrats done to help black people? White supremacy shouldn't even be a topic if you're still voting for Democrats. I don't understand. Why are you talking about white supremacy? What has Democrats done to help black people? Everything they've done was a shift to make black people get even more to the bottom, okay? Voting for illegal immigration, you're bringing us down to the bottom. So why are y'all talking about white supremacy? Y'all are the literal white supremacists. Make it make sense. Latinos aren't voting for Trump because of white supremacy. What are y'all talking about? Like, Joy Reid, make it make sense. And this is what I'm saying. I'm glad y'all finally waking up to what we've been saying this whole time, even though you still kind of got the wrong perspective about it being white supremacy. White supremacy is voting for Democrat. Prove me wrong. How every Democrat city in America is a fucking shithole, especially when it comes to black people. Black people are suffering in Democrat cities, especially in LA. Oh my God, they're out here, they're trying to make LA a permanent sanctuary city. And I just went on TikTok the other day and I saw a video of a girl talking about how the job market is terrible. It is terrible for African Americans, well, black Americans, whatever you want to call us. It is terrible. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna give my perspective. Okay, so I moved to LA because I had a journalism degree. I wanted to work in entertainment news. Then I came here and saw how shitty fucking LA was, and my whole, my mindset changed. My mindset changed. I became interested in politics, so I became more interested in politics and things like that. And I saw how it's not a good city, okay? I'm gonna leave it at that. It's not a good city, but that video on TikTok, a girl was saying how a lot of people in the job market are only hiring Latinos and Hispanics, especially if you didn't come here illegally. Why? If you didn't come here illegally. Why? Because it's easier. It's easier. They're easier to control. They're easier to control. They're easier to be more docile. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm keeping it a buck. I was looking for a part-time job since January. And I've had so many fucking interviews this whole year since January, and nobody would hire me. It was so hard, mind you. I've been working since I was 17 years old. I've never had a hard time getting a job until now. And I really do really do feel like it's because of illegal immigration. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Like, they don't want to hire black people. And I don't care who try to make it seem like, oh, you're acting like a victim. No, that's facts. Why has it taken me so long to find a job since January? That's never happened in my entire working life. You know? So y'all are voting to keep yourself down at the bottom. It has nothing to do with white supremacy. You are just out of touch. And I'm going to need you to go talk to other people. Open your mind. Open your mind to new possibilities and perspectives. You know? Like, it has, Latino voters swing dramatically to Trump, as they should. And I hope they keep doing it. Because right here in California, which is predominantly a Latino state, I pray to God the Latinos keep voting red so we can flip California, okay? California has already flipped more red since 2020, so I'm hoping in 2028 we can shift it, you know? Because like a part of why I'm even doing this is because moving to Los Angeles has been a goal of mine ever since I was a little girl. Like, I dreamed of moving here. I had like, oh my gosh, I'm going to LA, I want to go to Hollywood. And I'm here, and it's a fucking shithole. And I feel like coming here, like, y'all ruining my dreams. You know, so shout out to the Latinos. Keep going. Hopefully, y'all flip California red in 2028. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Okay? So, yeah. And Joy Reid isn't the only one that's finally woken up to this. We also have Nicole Hannah-Jones. Nicole Hannah-Jones is the creator of the 1619 Project. And they did an article about her and the Roots. They said, Nicole Hannah-Jones, black folks and people of color are not the same. Just look at the election. Yeah, I'm glad y'all are finally catching on to what the hell black conservatives have been saying this whole time. This POC black and brown coalition is a bunch of bullshit. Nobody votes the same just because they share physical traits. You get what I'm saying? Okay, now take a look at this. Okay, so she contrasted the split vote within ethnic groups for Trump to the overwhelming 80% majority of black folks against him. Hannah-Jones argued that the black community uniquely understands this nation and how awful it can get. From generations of slavery to decades of Jim Crow, black Americans have an experience that nobody else truly gets, which is why she says we must stop lumping all non-white people into a single of color group. Congratulations, Nicole Hannah-Jones, on finally waking up to what the hell black conservatives have been saying this whole time. Just because we black don't mean we can relate to Latinos. They have a whole different experience, a whole different perspective on life that we have, okay? She went on to say the term people of color or POC is dangerous. It's a dangerous one for black people, according to the Harvard University professor. A joke. Because multiracial democracy in the United States is less than 60 years old, she said. It's always been fragile. But take a look at this. Not too long ago, this was her header on Twitter. Look at this. On Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, her header had this sign that says, no dogs, no Negroes, no Mexicans. You was highly into this black and brown bullshit until you finally found out that people are not a monolith. People are not a monolith. We're not going to agree on everything. People are going to vote on their own separate values, which is okay. We are individuals. This is not some groupthink project or a bunch of bullshit that y'all been on for the past 60 fucking years, okay? According to the exit polls conducted by NBC News, okay, they put Latinx in this article, but the Latinos I know don't like the Latinx term, so I'm not going to say that, okay? So, according to exit polls conducted by NBC News, the Latino vote was basically split between Trump and Harris, with the MAGA president collecting close to 60% of Latino men and almost 40% of Latino women. Despite Trump's anti-immigrant language, partial construction of the southern border wall, and verbal commitment to mass deportations. IQ Latinos understand that you just can't come into a country illegally and do whatever the hell you want to do. High IQ Latinos, okay, understand that there's rules and regulations that should be in place, okay? No other country would allow you to come in their country illegally and get benefits like fucking credit cards, like health insurance and things like that. That's only America, and it's fucking diabolical. And I shout out to the Latinos for recognizing that. We can't do that anywhere else. Only America allows you to do something like that. I don't care what you say. Oh, yeah, they probably had grandparents that came here illegally. They probably had this. But who cares? They realize it's not right because they have a high IQ. Every Latino is not low IQ like you. Okay, so you can't get mad when they vote for rules and regulations. Like, what are you talking about? Why would you want people to come here illegally and wipe yourself out? Like, we never had an issue with what's the Colombian gang? Is it Colombian? No, Venezuelan. Sorry. The Venezuelan gangs that are in Colorado, we never had an issue with them until the Biden administration allowed so many illegals to come in our country. They realize that's not right. That's not the type of country they want to live in. They fled that. They fled the country that allowed these gangs and cartels and things like that to roam freely and do whatever they want. Why would they come to America and allow that to happen here? Make it make sense. They don't want that anymore. And it's not white supremacy. We don't want it either. We don't want it either. To think that rules and regulations is white supremacy, you have a fucking low IQ. Okay? If you think rules and regulations is white supremacy, you have a low IQ. Those Latinos fled their shithole countries. Excuse my language. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but those Latinos fled their countries for a better life. Why would they come here and vote for the same shit? You get what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people, Latinos who come here and vote for the same shit are stupid. They're low IQ, or their families probably been in America for a very long time, so they're clueless. They didn't come directly from the Latino countries, so they don't know what's going on. So that I appreciate the Latinos for coming here and not trying to ruin America. Shout out to them, okay? And then she went on to say, anti-blackness continues to be a powerful force in this country, the author tweeted. And it's not just white people who perpetuate this racism. Anti-blackness is deeply embedded in Latino culture as well, she said. The interests of those who are parts of that very large multiracial, multinationality Latino category are not and not ever been necessarily aligned with those of black people. Okay. Why the fuck would you think we share the same interests as Latinos? Are you a fucking idiot? Why would we share the same interests as Latinos who live a totally different life than black Americans who've been in America for centuries? You get what I'm saying? We don't have the same interests, but maybe a lot of us, we do share a common goal at the end of the day. And that goal is to make America great again. Okay? That goal is to make America great again and make America safe for the citizens and have rules and regulations, have a border where we don't have a bunch of criminals and gangs coming in over here, taking over apartment complexes, getting fucking free health insurance, getting credit cards, when we got Americans struggling, we got homeless veterans struggling on the fucking streets, but you can come here illegally and get all these benefits that we can't even get. Shout out to the high IQ Latinos for voting against that. It's not anti-black. I'm black and I agree. Let's go. What are you talking about? I'm glad y'all are finally waking up to the fact that there's no such thing as a black and brown coalition. But y'all still got a long way to go. So I'm hoping this next 4 years of this presidency, y'all can see what's really going on. Okay? So these are some tweets I saw online after the election. You know, we had these Democrat shills like, oh my gosh, we can't deal with these guys anymore. They're not with us. They're not with us. This is not a groupthink project, okay? So Uncle Luke is like a Democrat shill. Like, Uncle Luke is the reason black culture is as degenerate as it is today. Soon as he popped out in the 90s, he came to what? Don't stop, pop that pussy, let me see you. He was a pioneer in making black culture degenerate. So it's not really surprising that he's out here voting for Democrats. You know, so this is a tweet I saw after the election. He was like, when will the mass deportation start? Why? You mad because Latinos don't vote the same way you do? And another one I saw, black women had a meeting. We're done. We're not coalescing with around anyone but ourselves. Black women. The 92 or the 93% of y'all who still voting Democrat because you want to get fucking abortions. Make it make sense. What has Democrats done for black women? I can understand you wanting to get your abortion or whatever, but abortion isn't the main issue that's going on when it comes to maternal issues. Black women are dying and giving birth, and you just focus on killing the baby. Planned Parenthood put out a tweet saying it's safer for a black woman to get an abortion than to give birth. Why is that okay? That's not okay, but all y'all care about is abortion, and the men too. And another thing I want to talk about is how black men support abortion more than any demographic in this country. That includes black women too. A lot of black women get abortions because a black man told them to. I don't care who get mad. I don't care who gets offended. We need to have the conversation in this country about how many men coerce women to get abortion. Every time something leaks online about a man coercing a woman to get an abortion, it's like a black celebrity or something, a black male celebrity. Okay, how many times have you seen any other demographic trying to coerce a woman to getting an abortion? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how black males support abortion more than anybody else. I don't want to put stuff on black women. Oh yeah, black women love abortion. Black women get more abortions than everybody else. Why? Why? Who's telling them to get an abortion? Because I get some women want to get it, but a lot of women get it because a man is telling them to. We never had that conversation. We just talk about the black women when the black men support abortion just as much. Matter of fact, even more than black women. Okay? And here's another tweet. Mr. Weeks, do I still give out rewards for reporting undocumented Latinos? Oh, y'all really mad. Y'all really mad that Latinos aren't out here participating in your group think. And this tweet right here really, like, threw it out there for me, okay? This girl said, Gabrielle A. Perry, he carried with every racial demographic except black people. Every single one. Black people are all we got, y'all. Maybe black people are fucking brainwashed. Imagine voting for the same people 60 plus years in a row by over 90%, and the community has done nothing but got fucking worse. In fact, our population has dropped from the second most populated to the third most populated. Okay, we're poor. Our schools are trash. Okay. What are y'all getting out voting for Democrats? Why are y'all so pressed? Y'all are out of touch. And not only that, Democrats are destroying the country. They're fucking up America, and y'all still voting for them because they brainwash out about this white supremacy. Republicans are white supremacists. But they fucking genociding y'all. They're telling y'all to abort your babies. They're telling y'all to vote for legal immigration. And you calling the Republicans white supremacists? The Republicans are telling you not to abort your black babies. The Republicans are telling you, no, we can't let all these illegals come in this country to replace the Americans. Make it make sense. Why y'all? Just be honest. Just be honest. The only reason y'all are voting for Democrats is because y'all want abortions. That's the only reason. And that's why y'all are fucking low IQ. Y'all more pressed to kill a baby than you are to save your country and to save your ethnic group and to basically move everything forward. You just want to kill a baby. That's the only reason, I'm telling y'all right now, that's the only reason most people are voting Democrat, because they want abortions. There's no other reason to vote Democrat. What have they done? Everything they put out is a bunch of bullshit. It's all these fluff, soft words. They make them, we're doing this. We're like the party of tolerance and fun. We're nice people. No, y'all not. No, y'all not. Y'all are bringing this country down, and y'all got the brainwashed black people voting for y'all by a lot. Okay? But shout out to the black men. Of course, well, men will always have the upper hand over women, because a lot of women are like, we aren't as smart as men. I can admit that. So, of course, a lot of them going to wake up first before the women. But shout out to the 20% or 20-something% of black men who voted for Trump. Shout out to y'all. Hopefully, I'm doing my part. I'm trying my best to get the women to follow suit. But I see it happening slowly but surely. Because I'm seeing like a lot of the conversations on the internet. It's like changing, especially when it comes to families and things like that. Like, I've seen a lot of black women upset about people like celebrities like Halle Bailey and Flo Milli, and a lot of black women are getting pregnant and having kids by these black males with no ring. And I'm seeing that conversation come up a lot more now than it used to be previously. So that gives me the impression that a lot of black women are they're shifting towards more conservative values. Because a lot of these women get pregnant by these men and then they break up. There's no ring, no marriage, no nothing. And I've seen a lot of black women start to question that, you know? So hopefully within the next 4 years, the black women vote for Republicans will go from 7 to 8%. I'm hoping next election it will be like 10 to 15. Maybe not 15. That might be a reach, but maybe 10%. I'm hoping we can get 10% of the black women voting Republican for the next election, but we will see. Okay, so yeah, I'm happy that this election has showed a lot of black people that we aren't a monolith. Black people aren't a monolith. Latinos aren't a monolith. White people aren't a monolith. I'm glad y'all finally seeing that. So hopefully y'all start to pay attention to what's going on. Okay. Okay. Daniel Penny and Jordan Neely. Is Daniel Penny a hero? Do you guys think he's a hero? I don't know. I'm kind of like in between on this because living in LA, moving to LA from Charleston, South Carolina, I realized the homeless people in Los Angeles are next level. The homeless people in Los Angeles aren't the same homeless people that I've seen in Charleston, South Carolina. I'm telling you that right now. And I think that the reason for that is South Carolina is a Republican state. So you can't buy liquor after 7 p.m. The liquor stores is closed on Sundays. There's no dispensaries on every corner. You know, so I feel like the homeless people in New York and Los Angeles specifically, they have way too much access to drugs and alcohol. So that's why they are next level. They have mental illnesses. They're out here killing people. They're out here assaulting people. They're out here being naked on the streets. They're out here doing all type of crazy shit. You don't see that. You don't see naked homeless people walking around in Charleston, South Carolina. I'm going to tell you that right now. So people are saying Daniel Penny is a hero. Maybe he is. Maybe, I don't know. I wasn't on the train that night, but some witnesses on the subway came out and spoke. And one witness in particular was a black woman. So all these people out here talking about, oh, white supremacy, they're allowing people to kill black people on trains. Do you think this black woman felt the same way? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that she think this was an act of white supremacy. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I were to get on the train right now and I were to come across a homeless person who were to say, oh, I'm about to kill y'all. I don't care if I go to jail. I don't care. I would fucking believe him. I would believe him, and I would be scared for my life. For real. Especially out here in LA where they're actually killing people. Okay? So I saw this clip online of the body cam footage from that day that Daniel Penny killed Jordan Neely. So let's take a look at it. A black woman with dreadlocks.
At the level 1 of Central, camera for all my images of
The guy in the tan did take him down like very respectfully and just like held him down. He wasn't like he was just looking at him.
I think that the guy is totally drunk down.
You shoot young ladies right here.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you see?
What did I see? I was sitting over there. I heard the young man that's on the floor saying, you know, hey, I'm willing to guy, you know? I'll do anything. I'm willing to die. I'll go to jail. I don't care. I don't care. And he was saying it so loud that everybody turned around. So this young man
Is going to be held here for a long period of time. There's two young ladies right here.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you see?
What did I see? I was sitting over there. I heard the young man that's
This
on
is a
the
black
floor
woman
saying,
speaking.
You know, hey,
Do you think
I'm
she
willing
think
to
this was an
die,
act
you know?
of white supremacy?
I'll do anything. I'm willing to die. I'll go to jail. I don't care. I don't care. And he was saying it so loud that everyone turned around. So this young man, he got belligerent and he tackled him down. The one that just passed away in the brown jacket. The one that just went past.
The guy in the brown jacket.
Yeah, you got to see the guy in the brown jacket. Yeah.
We got a, this for the guys in the precinct. You got a brown jacket, tan jacket. Take them to the precinct right now. They're taking them back to the 5th precinct. So he took him to the ground. The guy with the brown jacket took him to the ground.
Yeah, he took him to the ground and gave him a chokehold. Not a hard chokehold, just enough to secure him in the guy's floor. And he kept holding him, all right? And then that's when everybody totally realized what was going on. And I think this guy's on drugs, you know, because when he came in, he was unbelievably off the charts. He scared the living daylights out of everyone.
How did he bring him down to the ground? Like he picked him up and threw him on the ground?
I remember he stood up, grabbed him, turned him around, and put him to the ground.
All right.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So that's a black woman who sounded like she was scared for her life. If I was on that train and I heard a guy saying, I'm willing to die, I'll kill people, I would be scared too. That actually happens in Los Angeles. And I think a lot of people who were talking about this is white supremacy or he wasn't doing anything, y'all don't live in these cities. Y'all don't live in these cities, so y'all opinions are invalid. I guarantee you, people who live in Los Angeles, people who live in New York, maybe even Seattle, Portland, DC, we know exactly how these people can get. You get what I'm saying? So for me to say he's a hero, I don't know. He might be. Because if I was on that train, I would probably be scared too, especially as a female. As a girl, I feel like I have to be more aware of my surroundings because people are going to view me as weaker, you know, as an easier target. You get what I'm saying? So if I was on a train and a guy was talking about, oh, I'm going to kill people, I would believe it, and I would hope somebody would come and rescue me. And that's a black woman who was on that body cam footage. So do you think she believed this was an act of white supremacy? It's not. And that's one thing. Another thing I had to realize, being from South Carolina and moving to Los Angeles, it might suck that you can't buy liquor after 7 p.m. It might suck that you can't buy liquor on Sundays. But look at the easy access. Look what it has done to these big cities. It's a lot of maniacs. It's a lot of mentally insane people out here due to the fact that they have so much access to these drugs and alcohol, bro. Like I'm telling you right now, think about it. Would you rather be able to buy liquor at 1 a.m, or would you rather live in a nice environment where you don't have to watch your back by mentally insane homeless people being naked on the streets, walking around with machetes and shit like that, walking around and killing people and things like that? Like, think about it, bro. This really happens. Homelessness and mental health are the real issues in America. It's not like that. And I feel like we don't talk about the mental health issues enough. Come to LA. I want everybody to come to LA for a month. Go on Skid Row. Go catch the metro. Okay, go downtown LA and see what I'm talking about. Those are the real issues in this country. Look at this. San Gabriel Valley Tribune. Homeless man convicted of killing North Hollywood man at West Covina bus stop. Okay, there was no Daniel Penny around there to save him. A homeless man can face more than 51 years in prison after a jury convicted him of fatally stabbing a man waiting at a West Covina bus stop on July 7th this year, and of brandishing a knife at a Burger King cashier in Pomona a week later. These people need help. There is too many people on the streets walking around like this, and we are not talking about it enough. We just look at their skin color and assume it's white supremacy. When the fact of the matter is, it's people like this of all colors in LA. It's white people are walking around here like this. It's black people. It's Latino homeless people walk around here who are mentally insane and homeless, and we don't talk about that enough. Jurors on Tuesday, October 22nd, found Rodney Gene Chapman Jr. guilty of the first-degree murder of Kevin Davis, 64, of North Hollywood, and found true the allegation that he used a knife during the murder. He did not know the victim. It was a random attack. I'm going to tell you about an experience I had like when I first moved in LA. I was living in Highland Park. And this was before, when I moved to LA, I didn't have a car. My first few years in LA, I didn't have a car, so I was walking everywhere, okay? So I walked to a Smart and Final grocery store. It was like a few blocks away from my house. I walked there, and I noticed a guy was following me after I walked back home. He looked homeless. I'm not sure if he was homeless, but I don't know what he was, but he was following me on the way home. Okay, so when I noticed he was following me, I crossed the street, and he crossed the street too. So I'm like, okay, this guy's following me. He's definitely fucking following me. So thank God, I walked past a bakery that was open. So I just went inside the bakery, and then he just kept walking. But I knew for a fact this guy was following me because when I left Smart and Final, I went to an ATM machine, and I think he saw me went to that ATM machine, and he was maybe trying to rob me or something. I don't know, beat me up. I don't know, but he was definitely following me. Okay, and I went inside the bakery, and I got away with it. I'm telling you right now. This is why I say, thankfully, I'm from the hood in South Carolina, so I'm like aware. I have like a little street smart to me, so I'm aware of things around me. So I was like, this guy, he's really fucking following me. Like, LA is a whole different ground, bruh. Like, you really gotta be aware of this. Look at this one. KRCR, homeless man accused of stabbing woman to death on train in California. There was no Daniel Penny on that train to save this woman. That's why I said people calling him a hero. He might be. I don't know, because homeless people are out here really killing people, bruh. Really killing random citizens. A 45-year-old homeless man was arrested after he stabbed a woman to death aboard a metro train in California. Why? This really happens. And if you live in the South, if you live in the Midwest, I want you to shut the fuck up. Okay, shut the fuck up and listen to people like me who actually experience this shit. Y'all are not around these people. Y'all are not in these situations to see what's really going on. People saying stuff like, oh, he wasn't doing anything. He's just yelling. No, people yell and then they commit fucking crimes. They commit murders. Okay? Authorities said officers responded to a stabbing Monday around 5 a.m. at the Universal City Station in Hollywood. Police said a man attacked the woman while she was on the train. When the train stopped, the woman got off and walked onto the platform with the suspect running away from the scene. Why? Why is that happening? Fox 11. This girl right here, this poor girl got killed by a homeless man, while she was at work at a furniture store. Breonna Kupfer, murder trial. Homeless man convicted of killing UCLA student at furniture store. Why? We have to address this crisis. It's a real mental health homeless crisis in this country. In California, y'all out here saying, oh, we're going to fix this. We're getting all this money. We're using all this money to fix the crisis. And nobody knows where the money went. Nobody knows where the money went. Y'all using this. I fear that California is using this homelessness as a way to do some money laundering. Because Gavin Newsom got a new house in some high-class neighborhood, I heard. Y'all not making that much money. Like, you making like a few $100,000. You're supposed to be making like a few $100,000 each year, but y'all buying these $1 million fucking homes. You get what I'm saying? So they're not trying to fix the homeless crisis. They're using this money. They're like pocketing. I don't know what they're doing. They're doing some weird shit. But the money is definitely not going towards fixing the mental health crisis that's going on in this country. So Breonna Kupfer was 24 years old when she was stabbed to death while working at a furniture store in LA's Hancock Park neighborhood. Mind you, Hancock Park is like 2 miles away from where I live, okay? Authorities identified the suspect as Sean Laval Smith, a 34-year-old homeless man with a lengthy criminal record. Investigators said Smith is homeless and has a lengthy criminal record and was arrested several days after prosecutors said he allegedly stabbed Cumper to death. Okay, an autopsy report revealed Cumper suffered 46 sharp force injuries. That poor girl, I can't imagine. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine what she was going through in that situation, consisting of 26 stab wounds and 20 incised wounds. She suffered 11 stabs to the chest, 2 in the abdomen, 1 to the pelvis, 2 on her right arm, 5 on her left arm, 2 on her right leg, 3 on her left leg. All the stab wounds were said to be about 5 inches deep. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This makes me sad, bro. It makes me sad. Like y'all don't understand how bad it is out here. And I feel like a lot of people who talk about white supremacy, y'all don't live here. Y'all live in the South and y'all live in the Midwest. Y'all not in New York. Y'all not in these cities where this crisis is happening. It's not about white supremacy. These people are mentally fucking insane. They need fucking help, bruh. Okay? And remember, back in 2022, when a homeless man randomly stabbed an Olympic athlete. Do y'all remember that? I do. Let's look at the video.
As I was leaving lunch, I was outside and I was saying goodbye to a friend, and this homeless man ran up. He had something in his hand he was outside of the car in the street, and he just looked at me with some pretty hateful eyes. And as I turned to go tell my friend, I think something's wrong with him and I think he's gonna hit the car. Before I knew it, a big metal bolt pipe hit me right here. It happened so fast. He literally flung it from the street.
So all these articles, mind you, everything I just discussed happened this year in 2024. And that's not all of it. That's plenty more where that came from. But all those happened this year in 2024. Okay? So homeless people are out here committing crimes because they're not right in the head. And y'all talking about white supremacy? Give me a fucking break. And look at this video. There's a video of a homeless man acting weird on the subway, right? And this comment, there was this guy on Twitter who's he's a left-wing libtard, okay? This is what he said. This is what he said in response to that video. He said, now the alt-right is pushing the murder unarmed niggas on the subway because they're dangerous propaganda. Meanwhile, notice how not one person was harmed and everybody acted like he wasn't even there. That's also why we wear headphones. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you a fucking idiot? People are out here trying to normalize people acting crazy in confined spaces. Like I can't believe my eyes. And he had the nerve to say it's also why we wear headphones. Wearing headphones is the last thing I would want to do if I'm on in a confined space with a person who's on there acting fucking crazy like that. Look at this video of this person on the subway. I don't understand. Wearing headphones, that's the last thing I want to do. I need to be aware what this nigga about to do. Look at this.
Stop it. Stop it.
Now, why would I wear headphones in a situation like that? He brought his head, pow, pow. What if he knocked me in my damn face? That's not right, and that's not fair. That's not trying to normalize this crazy behavior, especially when you got women out here like me. Okay? And I'm glad Sunny Johnson, she's this lady I follow on Twitter. I love her so much. She's a conservative commentator. She said, and all of the people saying ignore this are nuts. Fuck your white supremacy talk. If you were raised in black poverty-stricken communities, you don't accept this either. You know how fast this shit can go wrong? Exactly. Because the people I know, the hood dudes I know, if a homeless man were to come around them acting like that, they'll probably shoot him. They'll probably shoot him or beat his ass, bruh. You gonna tell me that I should just ignore this and act normal and put on headphones? Make it make sense. Like, come on now. And then if they're not acting weird and being violent, they're just doing random weird shit on the street. I found this clip on Twitter of this homeless lady doing it. After she exposed her breasts to people in the restaurant, she turned around. She turned around and did a dance routine in the streets, bro. Now, look at this clip. Bruh. Look at her. And mind you, look at her like, and mind you, she don't look like she been homeless that long. She don't look that too far gone. In fact, she got a nice body. She probably even got a BBL. I don't know. She probably got the BBL and then crashed out. You know, because you know, once you get your body done, you might meet all kind of people and all kind of men who might put you on some shit. And maybe that might be the case for her. But you see stuff like this in LA all the time. I can tell you how many times I've been driving and I saw a person walk around with their boobs out or with their butt out or just completely butt naked. That's not normal. And the fact they are trying to normalize this is weird. It's weird. Okay, so enough of that. Like, we need to address the homeless crisis. We need to address the mental health crisis. They say, this is the thing, it's a psyop when they say, oh, homelessness, transient, things like that. No, a lot of these people are fucking drug addicts. A lot of them are drug addicts. In fact, there was an article in the San Francisco newspaper not too long ago that was, that did an investigation into like a homeless, in an apartment complex where a lot of homeless people live. And they were in there like stabbing people. They were in there fighting. People were in there found dead. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's more than just being homeless. These people have serious issues. And I get not every homeless person is a drug addict. Some people are like genuinely homeless and need help. But most of them aren't like that. I can't tell you how many times I rolled past Skid Row and saw an able-bodied man who looked like he could work, but they choose to live on Skid Row. That's not cool. Like, y'all, they choose to live on Skid Row because they get free money, they get free shelter, you know, things like that. Like, a lot of these people can work. Okay, so we need to address that. Next. Okay. The far right. Hello, the far right. Y'all are becoming everything you guys hate. Y'all are becoming way too woke. Y'all are woke yourselves. Why do I say that? This tweet from N Wokeness talking about the Miss France winner and runner-up. Apparently, N Wokeness was upset that a black woman won. She beat two a French woman, and they got called out for it. I saw this tweet underneath it. It said, "What are you implying? Doesn't she deserve it?" Personally, he replied, "I think she was picked over the others because of her skin color. It seems that many disagree. Oh well, that's life." Why do you think she was picked because of her skin color? I guarantee you the person behind this page didn't even watch the pageant. They didn't even watch the pageant. Beauty pageants aren't just based on who's the fucking hottest. A lot of things go into account of picking a winner. It's how you answer questions, how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about who's the hottest. And you would think they would know that, but apparently they don't. And then I saw this tweet of a person replying. She said, "This is an actually woke take. They are both beautiful and the black girl won. I see zero issue. You can't go far right. You loop around to be worse than the woke left. I see no other reason for this post than skin color. Can black people win nothing and do nothing because of the woke left pushing their agenda so hard? We then get upset if anyone of color does anything we say it was handed to them. Discernment is key here." And I agree. Discernment is key. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of these far right people, I can't defend y'all. Me as a black person, I'm trying to wake my black people up to these policies that I feel like we could benefit from and these values that I feel like we can benefit from. But these far right people, y'all really making it hard for me, bro. Y'all really making it hard for me when y'all post things like this. Why shouldn't she have won? You didn't even watch the pageant. You don't know why they picked her. You just saw a dark-skinned black woman and said, oh, the white woman should have won. Make it make sense. So I did my research, and I saw the recent black female winners over the past few years. Look at this. In 2017, Alicia Ailey's, she won. She is what we would call scientifically black. Look at her hair. She has curly hair. She's a black woman. No one called her woke when she won in 2017. Then we have this one, 2020, a black woman. No one called her woke when she won. I don't really know how to pronounce these names. I don't want to sound stupid, but it looks like it says Clemente Botino, 2020. A black woman won in 2020. No one called her woke then, okay? Indira Ampiant, 2023. Literally last year, a person who we would scientifically call black won last year, and no one said it was woke. Make it make sense. And then 2024, we have the new girl, Angelique and Garni Philopon. I don't know if I'm saying these right, please forgive me, but Angelique won in 2024. Another black woman, and all of a sudden, y'all mad. Everyone's mad. Oh, this woke. She only won for her skin color. And then it dawned on me. I was thinking, why didn't anyone call it woke in 2017? Why didn't anyone call it woke in 2020? Why didn't anyone call it woke last year? No one called it woke then. It dawned on me. Angelique is a dark-skinned black woman. She is far too black. That is why they're upset. They're upset she beat a far too black woman, dark-skinned black woman, beat white people. Because they didn't say anything when this other woman won. So I went back to when white people hijacked the term woke, which is like 2017, I don't know, maybe a little before that. But nobody said anything until 2024 when this dark-skinned lady won. Y'all are becoming the same people you hate. Y'all are the racists. Y'all are being fucking weird. I can't defend y'all. When you being weird like this. When Miss Universe won like a few months ago, when people was like, oh, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman won. A blonde-haired woman won. It dawned on me after 2024 Miss France won. The only reason people were celebrating the fact that a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman won was because she beat Miss Nigeria, a dark-skinned black woman. That's the reason. There are not that many blonde-haired, blue-eyed white women that exist on this planet. So, of course, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is not going to win every year, okay? They were only celebrating her because she beat Miss Nigeria, who is dark-skinned. Make it make sense. I can't defend y'all. When y'all out here being fucking racist like this, bro. Like y'all are becoming the same people y'all hate. Y'all are becoming far left. Okay? They hate white people. Y'all hate black people. And it's getting fucking embarrassing. It's like, what is it called? I think it's the horseshoe theory. Yeah. That's what it is. The far right. Like, y'all celebrating, y'all hate black people so much. Like, sometimes people are going to win stuff and they just happen to be black. And that's okay. Everything isn't fucking DEI. Black people are going to win stuff. Are you saying no black person on this planet, in this country, is deserving to win anything? That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like you guys are saying. And people are saying, "Oh, she's not French." How the fuck is she not French? That's like saying I'm not American. Am I not American because America is a majority white country? Is that what you're telling me? I'm not American? Y'all are fucking racist. And it's fucking embarrassing. You should be embarrassed. I know you guys heard of Cooking with Kaya, this new girl. I love her so much. She's this girl on Twitter who went viral cooking her food and things like that. She's a pretty girl. She has a nice little body or whatever. And people are trying to say black women are jealous of Cooking with Kaya. Who is jealous of Cooking with Kaya, bro? This is the thing. Kaya's whole gimmick is about, I'll take your man with this food. I look at this picture. If you go on her her TikTok, she has, I'll take your man or something she said, with my food. Why do you think that's going to be received well by women? Black women aren't jealous of her. It seems as though black women can have an opinion without people calling them bitter and jealous. Okay, and then men are out here using Kaya as a weapon against black women and saying, oh, y'all jealous. No, her whole stick is I'll take your man cooking with this food. Like, be honest, who the fuck is going to Kaya page and following her recipes? Okay, she's not even including the full recipes on her video. She's just fucking cooking and looking good. So why are you saying black women are jealous? Nobody's jealous of her. If you go online saying, oh, I'm gonna take your man, that's not gonna be well received by women. Although I do wish her the best of luck because I like to see women succeed. Black women, white women, whatever. But stop acting like black women are jealous just because they're responding to what she's saying. You get what I'm saying? Y'all aren't following Kaya recipes. Nobody's going to her for cooking lessons. Like, let's be for real. You're following because she's fun. And then people got mad at me on Twitter because I said, oh, she's the girl next door, which she is. Kaya literally looks like somebody in my neighborhood. She looks like somebody I would go out with. And that's not bad. That's a good thing. That's the reason why people like Cardi B and Sexy Red blew up, because y'all like their authenticity. Like, let's be for real. She's a very authentic looking girl and she's pretty at the same time. That's why people like her. Nobody's following her recipes. Black women aren't jealous. Like, stop. I'm tired of people bashing black women on the internet, especially on Twitter. Like, it's getting really crazy at this point. But yeah, you can't make videos saying I'll take a man with this food and thinking, oh yeah, every person is gonna receive that well. Like, stop playing. And then you have Kendrick Lamar in this video promoting obesity. Look at this clip.
Child, he was Blackie Mouse with the Smirnoff. Yee-haw, we outside, boy, they about to kill him off. Blacks on blacks.
Why are y'all trying to make obesity a part of black people? Obesity is not a black problem. I get a lot of people in America are fat, but black women have a real issue when it comes to obesity. And I feel like things like this is making it worse. What it says, American Psychological Association says the obesity epidemic has affected all Americans, but it has hit African American women the hardest, said speaker Cynthia Ogden, PhD, and epidemiologist at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Almost 60% of black women are obese, compared with 32% of white women and 41% of Hispanic women. The trend is decreasing black women's life expectancy and increasing their chances of developing a host of ailments, including diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and arthritis. So, and I feel like Kendrick Lamar, people try to make it seem like he's this figure in black culture, which he is. But I feel like the fact that he felt that he had to show these women looking like this in his video shows that he's still controlled to an extent. Because why do you think obese black women is black representation, bruh? Make it make sense. Let's go back to the 90s. And then I saw this tweet on Twitter that said, I hate that this is how we are perceived now. I wish black women generally were still fine as in the 90s. I do too. They are normalizing obesity in black community. Kendrick Lamar acted like a fucking pawn and tool by putting these black women in this video looking like this. Like, that's not cool. Obesity is not healthy. It's not healthy. Okay, and people get mad when I say that. I don't care. Like, that is not a black people trait. We don't have to be fat. That's not healthy. That's how we die. That's how we get health issues. Come on now. Kendrick Lamar, like, you supposed to be this figure, this pillar in the black community. Why are you acting like this is how we are? We don't want this representation as black women. We don't want to be the fat bitches. I'm sorry. We don't want to be the fat bitches. This was the most two-pawn behavior ever seen in my life. Okay? And I don't like it. Stop acting like a fucking pawn, Kendrick. We not obese. The hell? Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna conclude this episode because I gotta go. Because once again, like I said, it's my birthday. I got things to do. So thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Misinformation Show. Yay! I will see you guys next time. And my New Year's resolution for 2025 is to be more consistent with this. Okay, so hopefully I see you guys soon within the next few weeks. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and I wish you all prosperous and healthy lives. Thank you.